Hello everyone, Ranjit this side. So in this video, we'll be going through grouping as well as ordering. These are the two, I would say, important topics again because you will be using grouping most of the time when you are creating a query, or let's say when you are creating a view out of a query, right? Because if it was like a normal query or let's say normal data, then you wouldn't have needed SQL itself, right? So grouping again is a really important topic. So let's go through that. So let's say we have use financial data, so that I'm using this financial data database. Let's now select from. So let's first do the order by, right? So I will take one of the tables, so company by sector. So this will give you the list of all the all the data in the table, right? But now the thing is, it's not in a proper order. So the way it was inserted, you could see the same sorted data, or let's say unsorted data. Now you can do sorting in multiple ways, or ordering in multiple ways. Sorting is mostly used in Excel. Yeah, sorting terminology is used in Excel, but here in SQL we use ordering. Right. So let's say order by ticker first. Let's take it one by one. Right. So when we say order by ticker, so by default it will take as ascending order, right? So when you say order by ticker, it's in the ascending order, but sometimes it's better to mention that it's in ascending order. So for that we will use ASC. So ASC will again give you the same thing. Other than that, we have descending order. For descending order, we will say DESC. For that, you need to mention that you are doing it on the descending level or descending order. Right now, if you see, the ticker is in, it starts from Z, right? So basically it has gone on the descending level. Now this was a more of a string. Now you could do the same with the price as well, or let's say with numbers as well. So I would say price, and then if I say descending, and if I run it, now the price, the maximum price is at the top, and then if you go down, you will see the minimum number or the minimum price over here, right? Now again, what you can do, you can have the order by with multiple columns as well, right? So let's say if you want to do multiple ordering, the same that we do for the in the Excel as well. So for the multiple ordering, you can do, let's say, price, and then you want to sort it with or let's say you want to sort it with sector first, right? And then with the price. So you can do that as well. So now sector is on the first sector is ordered, right? And then you have price, right? But what you notice over here, so sector is in the on the ascending level, right? And then price is on the descending level. Let's try this. Now if you see, the sector is on the descending as well as the price is on the descending level, right? So first so what it will do, first it will order with the sector, and then once the sector is like, let's say the sector utilities is it's still this data, so till here it will sort again the price, and then it will go to the next sort, or next sector, and then again it will sort the price. So you have multiple ordering over here. Now one thing which sometimes people don't want, or let's say I don't use the names of the column over here. So for that, what I can also do, but this is not recommended, the reason being, maybe you will be able to understand the query what you have written, but maybe some other user, or let's say a developer, might not be able to understand. But still, just for the information or the knowledge, instead of sector you can write 1 2 3 4. So you can write 4 over here, right? This will also work, and the same goes for the price as well. If you write 3 over here, it will run, right? So if you write 4 over here and 3 over here, and if you run the query, it will again do the same thing. You can also say, let's say, description. So instead of number, and you can do description as well, so it will be like the same thing. Okay, so this is how the ordering works. Now let's go to the grouping part. Okay, see, now grouping we have done multiple times, or let's say many times in the previous videos, but still I will take you through that. So let's say I'm selecting or let's say I want to get the price on the sector level, right? So let's say sector, let me first select star from, and I want from this table, So this is how the query runs. Now we will say I want the average of price, right? Want the average on the price level as stop price. Now I want this on the sector level, right? So when I say sector, and if you run this, it will give you error. The reason being, we have to do if it is says that it is not contained in the either in the aggregate function or group by clause, it means you need to do this group by over here. So let's say group by sector. Now why do we have sector over here? Because we are doing the group by sector. So whichever column that you're mentioning over here, it needs to be there in the group by as well. Now if I run this, you will have the sector wise stock price, which is the average, right? So this is how you can do that. Now again, let's say you would like the average price on I don't know, maybe average is it's not something there for the ticker level, because ticker is different for different. When you have this group by sector, then like I said in the previous videos, you need to have a having a clause, and you cannot have a where clause, because if you write a where clause, it will give you error. So wherever there is group by and you would like to filter this data, then you have to use the having clause, right? And then again you can use the order by over here, and then you can say stock price, which is descending, and then when you run the query, it will be this one. Now again, suppose if you needs to, for an example, let's say filter the or group by the data with the help of ticker. So let's say you are mentioning the ticker over here, right? And then if you don't mention the same in the group by section, it will give you error. So what it says, the column ticker is invalid in the selected list because it's not contained in the either aggregate function or the group by clause. So when you are adding one more column over here, so either it should be in the aggregate function. So here we cannot use aggregate function, reason being it's not a number, or let's say integer value, or it cannot be calculated. So for that, then you need to mention it in the group by clause. And now if you run this, now it will give you the result. But like I mentioned, since the ticker is a unique value, and doing a group by on the ticker level is useless, basically it doesn't give you any kind of information or the relevant data, right? So then better to remove this ticker and then run the query. I think that's all. So again, having clause needs to have this, the average price as a filtration. So basically, this is having is in having is being used instead of the where clause, right? So yeah, that's all. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.